Hey girls, how are we?
Great.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to be back here. Oh my gosh, okay. You guys are also pretty. They are. I mean, like, now I know what you guys were talking about. They're all so pretty. Okay, so I am going to be talking to you guys tonight about trust, and specifically trust in God's plan and process. So, what does it mean to trust God? I'm asking you guys. I want answers. Any takers?
I just imagining walking off a cliff and not knowing what's gonna happen, but just trusting that he's not gonna kill you. That popped in my head.
I love that. Okay.
And then if you do die, you're gonna go to heaven and be with him, so that's great.
Definitely.
I don't know that's
No, I like it. I like it. Carissa?
Maybe like just putting your life in God's hands.
walking off the cliff.
Keeping the cliff analogy going. Okay, I like it. Anyone else? Letting go of control. Okay. Aria. I like that. Rely on him. Anyone else? Emily?
To be hopeful that he has a good plan for you.
Yeah, definitely. A way, I like all your guys' examples actually, but a way that I like to hear it is to trust in God is to lean so hard on him that if he wasn't there, you'd fall on your face. So, similar to the cliff example. So why trust in God? God's our creator, and God knows us the best. So he knows us better than anyone could ever, and he knows us better than we even know ourselves. Therefore, he is trustworthy. In order for us to give all of our trust to God, he needs our cooperation. Cooperation with God means giving him the permission to work in our lives according to his plan. Cooperation with God is such a beautiful thing, but often can be mixed up with control. And controlling God's plan can be avoided by thinking with the mindset, hey, this didn't go my way, but maybe God's way is better, even though I can't understand what's happening right now or why it may be happening. We have to understand that we can't control everything that happens in our lives. And sometimes you might not get onto the sports team you want, or you might not get that grade on that test that you really wanted to get. But you just have to remember that we are characters in the story and not the author. God is the author, so while God needs us, he needs us to let him work in our lives, that we need to be open with him and his plan, as wacky as the plan could be. Recently, just this year, I was facing a hard time with this concept. Lizzie and Ani mentioned how I was on dance team. Earlier this year, about 5 or 6 girls quit the dance team, so it was just a team of 4. And I really, really wanted to quit. It was so tempting. People were teasing me, and just I was so embarrassed whenever anyone asked about, how's dance team? And I'd be like, oh, it's going great! Yay! But once I took a step from reality and asked God, okay, what if I quit? What would happen? I just had this gut feeling that I can't leave my team. Not right now. I can't leave them. That would be so, I just can't leave them. It's a team of 4. So, I'm so happy that I stuck with my gut because, I'm so happy with where my team is right now, and it was so hard to trust God in that very moment because I was this is embarrassing, people are gonna make fun of me, this idea of being on a 4-person team is so unappealing, why me, God, why not another girl? But with this trust, God is slowly starting to reward me for sticking with his plan, and I'm so happy that I listened to him. I wouldn't have wanted my senior year on the dance team to go any other way. And with this kind of cooperation, we can give him more of ourselves, which not only helps his plan, but it helps us grow in deeper union with him. The trust we give to God is such a brave and uneasy thing to do, but in the end, we're humans and we long for peace, and we can't we can't receive that peace unless we let God do what God does. So some ways to give God your cooperation: simply saying the words, "Jesus, I trust in you." A lot of the time, these words are like overrated, but throughout like my middle school and high school experience, like I just noticed that they're so powerful. Like these words are so powerful. Just saying it like into your day-to-day life, I saw like improvement, like right there on how I trusted God. Another way is asking Jesus for the grace to trust him more easily. God knows how hard it is to trust in someone you can't physically see, and God wants us to ask him for help in trusting him, which God can obviously do. This is such like a small, simple, and practical way to reach this trust with God. And like even like with that, you can also like pay attention into ways you don't like trust God. Like what do you not trust God with whatever's going on in your life? So just ask God for more trust and reliance in those areas. Going back to the whole dance team thing, I like was not trusting in him at first. I was like, okay, like if one more person quits, I'm quitting. But God had other plans. And then the last way to get into this cooperation with God is daily prayer. Because you can't trust someone that you don't know. And we all know this. We all trust someone, right? Yeah. I hope. So spend time with him and tell him your thoughts, feelings, and desires. He will take those into account, but even if your situation doesn't end up going the way you want it to, still pursue him. To end, I have this Bible verse to leave you with. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Thanks.